Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the best Access, their part number C70610. This is a key carriage for best Peaks 7-pin. This is a left-hand key combinator part, and this video is going to show you what this key carriage looks like. This is the handle, obviously, that you're going to use when you are obviously securing the key within the jaws of the unit. There are different key carriages based on the type of key that you're cutting, along with the hand of the unit. Sometimes you need a left-hand key combinator, or pardon me, a key cutting punch, and sometimes you need the opposite hand, depending on the key type that you are indeed cutting. Now, not a lot to show here, and if you're not, if you don't know what this looks like originally, I suppose showing this to you isn't of much help. But what ought to be of help will be taking a look at the service manual and the documentation below this video that will allow you to understand how, if you need a key carriage, how to approach which key carriage that you need. And let's take a look at those documents. Okay, now this is the document that we're looking at here, the item I should say that we're looking at, and the two documents are down below here. Let's take a look at product diagram first, is what it's called, and this is going to be showing us the exploded view and the key carriage. Now we're doing specifically the C70610 key carriage here, which is for best Peaks 7-pin. Okay, that's going to work on a left-hand cutter, what they call a combinator. It's a left hand because the handle is on the left side of the machine. Okay, if you were cutting the same item on a 6-pin, it's a different carriage, C70601. Okay, if you were cutting premium keys, you would use this carriage. So that's handy, but looking at the service manual will give us a better overall view of the different carriages, or at least an overall view of what can be cut on this machine. And let's take a look at that now. Now in the service manual on page 2-5, we'll have the following section lists best keyways and the combinators that must be used to cut the keys. Best key combinators are available only to, okay, let's move on. Standard keyways. All standard keyways require a right-hand configuration for the key combinator. So that's number one. If you're cutting regular, good old-fashioned best, you're going to use the right-hand key combinator. If you are using premium, if you're cutting premium keys, and you'll know them because they are substantially thicker key blanks. Some premium keyways require a left. Others require a right. These are the keyways and the combinator that they require. Patented keyways. All patented keyways require a left-hand combinator. The B1 and 2 keyways are the only Peaks keyways available to use on the 8437 and 436 key combinators. Okay, so there are three different key types here. There is standard, premium, and Peaks. Let's take a look at those. Now the premium is the premium key blank. As I had said earlier, you'll know it because it's substantially thicker, and even this image shows the key blank. If you have experience with best, this is going to feel, the only way I can really describe it is other than knowing that you have a particular keyway. The other way to know if you have a premium key blank is that it is just a substantially more robust key blank. It's outrageously thicker. Now, the Peaks, you'll know the Peaks because it will literally have this small feature to the bottom of the key blank that other key blanks will not have. Small little triangular raised area here. That will be the peaks feature. There's a special pin that's inside of here that needs to get a blockage that needs to get removed, and that peaks allows it to happen. So those are the three types that you're really dealing with. Once we understand if it's standard, premium, patented peaks, then you can talk about which key carriage you need. And then a single overview of those key blanks will be here. Standard, premium, peaks. These little ridges right here and here. Okay. Once you know which machine, once you know what key blank you're running, then you can look at the left-hand combinator, you can look at the right-hand combinator. Okay. You can go over the summary that was given here on page 2-5 of what you should be expecting to cut, on what machine I should say, and then select the proper carriage. This client, we were able to determine that he has a, they are literally running a peaks, and I was able to determine that with the client by simply being able to understand that the client was telling me, yeah, I have those tiny little ridges on both sides of the key blank. It had to be peaks at that point. So then to, I suppose, finish up, determining the way by you would order a key carriage, you simply narrow it down by the key that you're cutting. Okay, so this client was running peaks. It was 7-pin. He knew that for sure. Knew it had the little ridges on it, and knew it was 7-pin, so it can only be this item. Now in that right-hand combinator, which is going to be your, I think, the most common of combinators. And I say that because on a left-hand combinator, what are you cutting? Premium or peaks? And on a right-hand combinator, standard key carriage or premium key carriage. Standard obviously is going to be the most of what's being cut. And the majority of right-hand premium keys. Okay, so I guess what I'm driving at is the right-hand combinator is probably simply more common of a combinator to have on your bench. Okay, and this is a really great picture of what the unit looks like when it slides into its housing. Now, since we have the service manual open, service and maintenance, you have a key combinator, and you are certainly going to want to review this document because it will give you not only the owner's manual and how to use the tool, but also how to swap out all of the major components, and then also how to calibrate the machine based on a change. And this video won't go into all of that at all, any of that whatsoever, calibrating, changing out major components. But the point is the document is here for your use. Okay, let's wrap up this video. Now, the name BEST is synonymous with small format material, literally synonymous. It was Frank Best who was awarded the patent on the small format interchangeable core cylinder, what we now call small format. I don't think he sure didn't call it small format when he filed his patent. Very interesting document when you look at it. It's not the exact item that we use today, but the principles are certainly there and intact in that patent filing. That cylinder construction, and by the way, Frank Best has had several dozen patents to his name. That cylinder type has been copied and cloned and duplicated by countless other manufacturers. The military is a major client of the system of small format. There are three primary systems. They're all small format, but there are three derivatives of it. That would be the A2, the A3, and the A4. The difference between them is the net difference to the client is how many change keys you can theoretically yield, but they are different in the sense that the mechanics of the componentry that make up the individual systems are all different. The rules by which you combinate a cylinder, while the rules are the same, the numerical values that you seek to achieve when you're combinating the cylinders are different for each system. A2 is by far the most common. A4 is relatively common as well. A3 is a system that is inactive. It's not used at all, although I understand that it does exist in the world, but it's not used because it was found to be a defective, ultimately a faulty style system. So there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the best products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on, and this is the part number, C70610 Key Carriage for the 7-pin version of the best Peaks key blank, or any other best combinating product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you very much.